We need our Congress for everyone's benefit. The 1%, they just take what they like. We've got to show up and vote for our rights. So vote in November. Vote, a time to remember. Vote, but don't be late. Vote, don't procrastinate. It's our country, our democracy. We can't afford mediocrity.
All right, baby.
If we do
Ready.
nothing,
I'm ready to rock and roll. Let's go, baby. How in the hell y'all doing? It's Sunday, baby. It is Sunday. And I'm glad y'all are here, baby. We got things to talk about today. Holy shit. Oh, I thought I hit the button. Anyway, Brandon Johnson was the first one to jump in, followed by Sherry Puckett. And Bart Larson is here. The remixtress is with us. Thank you, baby. My neighbor, Tracy Tobias. Thank you so much. Dorothy Tyndall is here. Look at the trees. No, seriously, look at the trees. It's worth the look. Baby, glad you're here. Deborah Douglas is here. Jeff Curry. Maxine Meredith, thank you for being here. Jay Clayton and Stephanie Dane are on satellite. They're on the Banana River. Whoa, shit. And then the satellite. Are you shitting me? Romance just keeps on rolling right along. Bart Larson, Miss Linda. I seen the picture you sent me. How cruel can one person be? Picking on people like that. Anyway, Dana Michaels here. Kelly K. Duncan. John Heron, our resident archaeologist, and that smart-ass squaw is with us. Jeanette Miller, Jeff Curry. Let me see. BW is here. Donnie Ware. Jane Shanky is here. Beautiful weather up in Minnesota, she says. Let me see. Jump on down here before I get lost and not find my way. Which has happened, you know, by losing your way. So like yesterday when I left the house, I told Mom, I'm going right up to the store. Somehow I took a wrong turn. Ended up at Richard Borchard Fairgrounds yesterday at the Trump rally. I don't know. Made a wrong turn up the four-way stop sign and missed the store completely and accidentally ended up there. And I was looking for the anti-Trump Democratic rally. And Lord, I drove all over that place in the parking lot. There's Trump flags every freaking where. I shot a little video out my truck window, and then I stopped to talk for a minute. I didn't have any bad incidents except one, and it was basically just a whole bunch of fuck you libtard shit. Didn't appreciate the shirt I was wearing for some reason. I don't know why. Nothing on my shirt that says anything but the truth. Sometimes they don't like that. But little to say by the time I got home. They had known where I had been, and they weren't too happy with me that I had gone down there by myself. But it was pitiful. I watched his rally last night here on a local station. They carried it, baby. And basically it was the same old bullshit. I really won. Look how mean the Democrats are, the evil Democrats, a whole freaking hour of bullshit. I swear the man gets off on a tangent. With every sentence he utters out of his mouth, he'll get sidetracked, and there he goes, just rolling down the road. But it's the end of his rallies, and they start playing that sad-ass music, and he starts talking about how desperate this country is, how deplorable this country is, how we're all going to hell in a handbasket. Everything has gone downhill since Donnie left, and only he can save it. It's plumb disgusting to listen to, and I was plumb embarrassed by the number of vehicles in that parking lot. How many people in my region went to go see him last night? It's disheartening, to say the least. But they did not number the whole. They didn't number as many as what we have in this area, and I know it. So there's a lot of Democrats in this area. You know, I want to take a minute, because this is going to make me smile, and it should make every one of you smile. This morning, I was sitting there watching CNN, watching Jake Tapper, State of the Union show there, and they were talking about all sorts of things. And the conversation went to David Urban. Dave Urban, I think his name is. He used to be one of Donnie's advisors when Donnie was in the White House. National Security Advisor, I think. Anyway, he was in the Trump administration, but now he's a talking head on CNN. Well, he was talking, and I was listening, because that's what I do. And he was talking about the disparity between very right-wing nut job on the Republican side and moderate Republicans. And then he said moderate Democrats and blue dot Democrats. Holy shit, back up my ears. What did he say? And I did. I paused it. I backed it up. As a matter of fact, I had to back it up 3 or 4 times. That's what he said. Blue dot Democrats. So to every one of you blue dots, every family member of this, every person that has been involved in this blue dot family for 6 years, baby. This is the only blue dot that started this. A blue dot in Texas. I thought it was appropriate because I'm just a small dot, a little dot in a red area, but we can make an impact, baby. We're out here. We're all over this country. And I want you to be proud of that little fact that that was mentioned. That the name Blue Dot Democrat is in the narrative. It's in the vernacular, whatever that is. I'm proud. And I want you to be proud of that. It's just a little tiny thing. But so is a little blue dot. And every one of us, wherever we live, a lot of us in a very red area, are nothing but a little blue dot. And when you back up and look at a picture, ain't it nothing but a bunch of little pixels, baby? And ours forms a great big blue sky. I am just so proud, and I want you to be proud too. And so yeah, we had a little something to do. We're in the narrative. We made our way into that discussion. I don't know, Bernadette. Maybe am I taking a little bit too much pride in that? I don't think so. Baby, are you there? You got your mic muted. Thought I'd just.
I'm sorry. I'm just talking.
Just talking away.
No, you're not going on too long. You created a name.
No. Let's say we.
Family. Wait. And now you're part of the American lexicon. It is part of the vernacular. It is. Raise your hand if you're in the YouTube chat. Let me see a show of hands if you're a blue dot. I want to see the hands up, y'all.
There's
okay?
all them hands. There's all them hands.
Okay.
But this is, I correct you because I do. This is not a me thing. I could have sat here all day long screaming blue dot in Texas. If this is a we thing. This is all of us.
And you did. And now we're a big family. We are a big blue dot family. So y'all get your hands up and go and show you we got blue dots.
Jeff
we got
Perry
blue
says
dots
he ain't got no
everywhere.
hands.
And raise a foot then.
Raise a foot.
Raise something.
I did. Ever since I heard that this morning, and believe me, I couldn't wait for Marcia to get up and say, listen, hey, look. Travis, Tyler, everybody go, hey, listen. And it does. It made me feel good. But
cool.
I was trying to get out of being in trouble for ending up at the Trump rally. Nobody knew I was
Yeah,
going.
you was in trouble in my book
Yeah.
too, bruh.
You
But it
know,
was only because we love you,
I,
you know.
I figured if I stayed in open view of some kind of police force, I would be safe wherever I went. But I only got out of my truck twice. I drove around trying to find there was supposed to be a Democratic rally, an anti-Trump rally on the fairgrounds. And man, I drove all over the fairgrounds. All I did was find Trumpers. And I got out of
Okay.
my truck one time to shoot that little video that I posted. And another time, because I couldn't see where I wanted to see, so I kind of parked my truck and walked over, I don't know, maybe 25, 30 yards from my truck to go see if I could see around the building. And that's when I got a whole, because there was traffic. Yeah, and I got a whole lot of, fuck you, libtard. But only for those that stopped to read the shirt, which wasn't
Right.
which wasn't that many. They were just clicking them by. I guess the red, white, and blue threw them off. Oh, that's patriotic. It is. I consider. But they didn't much appreciate my shirt. And I did stop and ask one guy that was directing traffic. And I said, I understand there's supposed to be a Democratic protest around here. I said, do you have any idea where it is? Oh, no, bud, we don't let them people in. I said, really? Well, you let me in. I said, well, you let me in. And then I kind of pulled my
John, you just out
seatbelt
there
away so he
fucking
could
the
read.
bed, huh?
He could read my shirt, and he went, "Oh." I said, "Yeah, I just like to call him out for what he is. A draft dodger. He's a coward." Anyway, do you know where these people are? No, I don't know where they are. And so anyway,
Of course not.
I had to make a U-turn, and as I'm making a U-turn, he's talking to the next car that was behind me, and pointing at me. It's like,
Of
ooh,
course.
well, thank you
'Cause you,
for the advertisement, but point my ass out. Anyway.
you're brave. You're brave.
Marcia would argue I'm stupid.
Well,
A little bit of both, maybe. I don't know.
okay.
It's a dangerous
I
combination
give,
sometimes to have. But
you made a lot of people nervous for you. You did.
yeah,
Because, you just,
where's the joy in
we
life?
just can't fathom what the other mind, the maggot mind, will do. We've seen some incidences in this country where they have completely lost their mind. I mean, case in point, they're at a rally for this idiot,
Yeah.
a known traitor. Okay, they're at a rally for him. By the way, right before you went online, Beto's up in Lubbock having a rally today,
Rally
and
up
it's
there.
good to see that. Yeah. So.
Man's cooking.
He-
Man is cooking. You know what?
Yeah, he is.
I got him on my button. And I'm going to do two. Now, I almost changed this one, but I wanted to leave it up there one more night because I'm going to call tonight my night. Okay? This is the
All
guy
right.
I want for governor. And y'all know him. Everybody knows him. Beto O'Rourke, he's a national figure, which is really why I've been pushing him. It's not just my guy. It's Texas's guy, and it's the nation's guy. So if you can donate to Beto O'Rourke, there's his information. The other guy I'm playing tonight is Maclavio Perez. Maclavio Perez. I only know him by Maclavio. And I've known him for years and years and years. And because for just about as long as I could ever remember, he was our main weatherman here in Corpus Christi on our local channel, one of our local channels. And he's in, I didn't realize he was so heavily into politics. He is running for my congressman, trying to unseat Michael Cloud. And so I just decided tonight, maybe this is, it's near the end. He could use the help, definitely. That is his website. Please go by. There's a little short film there that tells you who he is. I'm proud that he I don't know him personally, but he's been a part of Corpus Christi's culture for so many years. And he is well known and well loved in this area. And he stands a good chance of beating Michael Cloud, who was at
That's
Donnie's.
awesome.
At Donnie's rally. Yes, Maclavio Perez. He never said junior. I didn't know he was junior until I seen that. So I didn't he never said junior. He just said Maclavio Perez. He's a great guy, and so yeah. Michael Cloud was at Donnie's event last night. Of course, he didn't get to speak much. Donnie pointed him out, patted him on the head, I guess. It's disgusting to watch him up there last night. Mm. Just really overstates the fact that
I'm glad
where the
that
Republican
somebody
Party's
in your
going.
district is running against that low life that do nothing
Oh,
ass
he's a
cloud.
vote. He's a vote. Michael Cloud is nothing but a vote. He's the same thing. Michael Cloud. I mean, shit. Too many names in my head. Hell, football
They're all
player.
the same.
Football
Ted
player out
Cruz,
of
all the rest of
Georgia.
them.
Mark
Walker,
Walker.
Herschel Walker.
Herschel Walker. God, see the names are all right there. It just gets tangled sometimes. It'll be Michael Cloud is the same as Herschel Walker. If he gets in, he's going to be told to sit down, shut up, and vote the way you're told to vote. We don't want to hear nothing else, anything else. We'll throw you a bone with some financing every once in a while to keep your people in your district happy. Other than that, shut your mouth and lay low. Because that's
Right.
that's what they want. They don't want
That's what
anybody with a
we-
yeah. So I'm telling you. Who else did I talk to? I talked to somebody today.
Herschel Walker,
No, I
wannabe
didn't talk to
sheriff.
him. Huh?
I said Herschel Walker, wannabe sheriff.
Want to be sheriff. I's got a badge. Watch it, boys. Hello, David. David, are you with us? Uh-oh.
Hi, David.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
might have had audio problems there.
Well, you know how Discord is.
Yes, I do. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, anybody want to talk down there, just raise your hand and jump up in here. DJ, how are you?
I'm doing fine, John. How about you?
I'm hanging in there every day, baby.
I saw you last night at the rally. I saw your video.
Yeah, that's me out trying to get in trouble.
I was disappointed at the number of cars too, man.
There were more than what I would have liked to have seen.
Oh, a lot
Yeah.
more. I was really, really surprised. Of course, they may not have all been there for the rally. They might be security. They might be paid to be there. No, it's Trump. Who knows?
You know, he pointed out some people in the crowd. The camera didn't swing over to him, but he was pointing at, when he was talking about all these people are there and how big his crowd is over there. And then he turns and looks to a certain part of the audience, and he says, he's pointing out these wealthy people, he called them, live in nice houses. They live in really nice houses. And they follow him around. And he called out to one lady, and she said he was trying to figure out how many times she'd been to the rally. 92. 92 times. And he said, "Oh well, when we hit 100, we'll have to have a little celebration." And so a lot of those people follow him all over the country.
Well, a lot of those people are paid to follow him.
Yeah, well, paid
Yes,
or
they are.
yeah,
So I wouldn't believe anything that comes out of that rally from him or anybody else.
No,
Lies, liars and crooks.
Last night, if you go pull, and you can pull up his speech, and I did. I watched the first probably 35 minutes with no interruption, just listened to him, and then had to quit for a little while, and then went back and watched the rest of it.
I couldn't watch it, but I read about it.
It is disgusting.
I read about it.
The whole damn thing is nothing but a bunch of whining about how the election was lost, how everything in this country has gone to hell in a
whining about
handbasket.
that, huh?
Yes. Oh yeah, he won.
Oh my goodness!
The FBI knows,
the man
but they're
should be
not telling.
concerned with the court cases that he's got coming up, like the one in New York that they're about to pick for a jury for. He should be concerned with things like that.
He should have.
He's a sore loser, is what he is.
Indeed.
He cannot get over it.
He can't shut his mouth.
Build a bridge, dude. Smack that baby.
Shut up.
Smack him in there and run him over
David.
with a bus.
Slap him. David, how are you?
Hello, John. Working mic now, I hope.
Yes, sir. We
Right
can hear
on.
you
Hi,
just
David.
fine.
Hello,
Three
David.
things. Hey, I thank you for John for the serenade before the show.
Serenade.
Always appreciate that.
Oh, I'm
I,
singing. I'm
I
singing.
saw Jake Tapper.
You did see Jack. Okay.
Yes. Morning shows. I watched a little bit of it. I get frustrated. And Trump uses the same a modified revival preacher cadence. Have you ever been to one of those tent revivals?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Where?
Well, I've been
I
to.
grew
I've
up
been to
with those.
one.
His
Oh,
cadence
yeah.
and pattern is the same. Of fear. We are the solution for the fear. We're all at risk. Please give us money.
Yep. There's the big part right there. Give us money.
Give us money is the one that we should be watching real closely.
And they do.
Since they've
Yeah.
got enough money, did you read the story this last week? Trump Air Force or Trump Force One, his jet's back up and running.
Fucker flew
He had
over my
been-
house. It flew over my
Yes.
house last night.
Yeah.
Over
Now-
my house.
Just
Son
a year and a
of
half
bitch.
ago, that was rotting in a field.
I don't think he could see
Wait, you guys, hold a minute.
Huh.
You are telling me that he he named his airplane Trump?
Trump
me.
Force
Trump
One.
Force
Force-
One.
Yeah.
Force
And
One.
it has a great
That's
big
original.
It has a great big American flag on the tail, just like Air Force One does.
Yes, it does.
You know,
That's original.
ain't it though? That's
Well,
what I say.
you know, make yourself a target.
Oh shit.
That's pettiness on a scale I have a hard time understanding. That's just giant pettiness.
Oh, his
Some-
ego
Serious-
is just. I've never seen anybody
Is
with
that like
ego
Trump
like this.
balls?
he used to fix it. Was donations to the
What was wrong with it?
Oh, it
I
had
don't know if
laid
you
up.
remember,
It had laid up for a long time. As a matter of fact, they had cannibalized a couple of engines off of it. Sat in the tarmac down here in Texas for a long time. And they
Probably couldn't afford to do it.
Oh,
Until
well,
he took
he-
some money out of his, $100 million slush fund.
Hey, the point I was just making.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Hey, David,
Well, you know, go ahead, DJ.
I was just going to ask him if he's ever sat in a Baptist church from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on a Sunday. I'll tell you, there's a rhythm there. Those guys get into a rhythm.
I was forced to attend conservative evangelical churches, including the Baptists, 3 times a week. When I was living with my father from the time 8th grade until I graduated,
Yeah.
including every night of a revival when they would hold a revival, not just one revival
yeah.
night,
Oh,
every
no.
night.
Lord.
So it's a cadence I know, unfortunately, well, and it's the same cadence Condon use.
Praise the Lord.
Here's one
Pastor.
other question for you, David. Don't they all sound the same, all Baptist preachers? They all have that same cadence?
I think they're actually trained in it, or they
Yeah,
see
maybe
it so
they're
much
phoned.
they just follow the example.
Yeah,
I've seen a few that
minister
don't,
boot camp.
but the revival ones
Something.
always sound the same.
Mm-mm.
Always sound the same.
Well, let me throw
And you
in
know
a
where
little 2 cents
Yep.
on that money thing. I was listening again to the news today, and they were talking about dark money in our politics, and dark money as a result of Citizens United, passed by Supreme Court, saying corporations are people too, baby. They just got more money. Well,
Speaking of that, John, go
dona-
ahead, finish, but I'm going to ask you a question.
donations to the Republican Party have surpassed $1 billion in dark money.
My God.
You want to know what you
Unreal.
call
I
that?
have no idea where most of that came from.
You know what you call that? That's
Foreign
fascism,
influence.
baby.
That's fascism.
That's
and foreign
fascism
influence.
at work.
Yep.
When
That's
The dollar
Erdogan putting
works.
money into it.
Yep.
Putin, a whole lot of them.
And speaking of Putin, boy, howdy shit. He'd just be tickled to death with Donnie nowadays. Anyway, we'll get back to that in a minute. What were you saying?
Hey,
David?
John,
Yes.
I know where all the missing files are.
There you go.
Yeah.
Where's the files? Where they at?
They're in the toilet on the plane.
On the plane. Nobody looked. Nobody looked.
No,
Somebody
in
checked the honey back.
toilet On the plane. He's trying to flush them.
He's trying to flush him on an airplane. Yeah, that would be
On
his.
one of those chemical toilets?
That's him. He thinks
Oh,
they'll
he
just
knows
fly
they'll
out
turn
into
the page
the
blue.
air. That's what
Oh,
happens when you
Jesus.
flush a toilet in the air. It just flows out.
Mm.
That's who we have, though. He is determined, though, baby. He is determined. He's not going anywhere. Right now,
John,
yes,
speaking-
sir.
Go ahead.
And that
I was gonna say-
includes to the January 6th hearing. He's not going to go testify either. You do know that.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
I don't think so, but there is discussion going on. Oh, as a matter of fact, Liz Cheney said that she doesn't think he will, but if he does, he's going to attempt to come in and turn it into a dog and pony show. It's not her words.
I think the debates.
Yeah.
Sir.
She said
Because
something
they're
like,
not going to do him live. He's not going to show.
he's not going to turn this into a circus, she said.
No, he's not.
You know, I don't. No, I don't think he's going to testify at all. He's not going to come in there because he'd be under oath and he'd just shoot himself in the foot in the first 5 minutes.
Did you hear what Nancy Pelosi said?
What?
I did.
3 times in one statement. He's not man enough to
Nope.
show up.
Oh, good. Prod him. Keep prodding him. Keep pushing. Keep calling him a wimp. He ain't got enough guts to stand in front of that.
He's not man enough
Yeah, he
to
ain't.
show up. That's what
He
she
ain't.
said.
Well, good. He's not man enough. Good. Hit that button because
You
you
were
know
talking
that
about
irks you.
corporations, John.
Yes, sir.
Well, I read an article today about the breakup between the Republican Party and corporations because of Trump. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't see it though.
What was saying that they are not putting their money into PACs now because of Trump. And I know for a fact that Make America Great Again only got $40 donated in September.
Make America Great Again only got $40 for the month of
Or Save America, I don't know which one it was, but they only got $40. People stopped donating. But the thing is, this article said that the corporations are mad at Trump.
Huh?
So I don't know. This one said the corporations are mad at Trump and they don't like what he's doing, and they think he's ruining the party.
No. I think just the opposite. Especially in the oil and gas industry, baby, they want Trump back big time. You don't think Home Depot wants him back?
That's one industry, right?
Yeah. Well, that's a big industry.
The
leader of Home Depot is still on board with him. There are big donors still donating money into the Republican Party, and their only interest is business, baby. It's not. They're not pumping that money in there to make things easier for the working class. They want more money, baby. That's what it's always been about with them, and that's what they're going to continue to do. You know, it's I don't know. It goes back to the old basic ideals between the Republican Party and the Democrat Party. You know, who they're working for. I like to think that Democrats are working for the working people, working for us.
There's enough Democrats that are getting paid by the oil companies too.
Oh yes.
Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to pull this shit off.
No,
because
that shit goes both
and I
ways.
made a mistake in the last meeting when I said they made $17 billion. It was $70 billion in 1 quarter. While we're paying out the ass for gasoline, they made $70 billion. Amazing.
$70 billion in profit. While your ass is paying high dollar at the gas, but you know, hey, Joe Biden, yeah, I don't think so, baby. It's a game that they play. And believe me, oil and gas would much rather, and that's not the only industry. There's others. But oil and gas, they want to see a Republican in office.
Corporate America, and Katie Porter has a really nice video on YouTube with her whiteboard explaining and having a corporate man explain her whiteboard, which, you know, the billions that corporate America is making on this whole inflation with, you know, our grocery prices, our gas prices, our rent prices, our prices, period.
Yeah.
You know, oh, Lord have mercy. Yeah, greed is ruining this country, Tracy. You're absolutely right.
We may be headed for another economic downturn, like the recession or something. I don't know. I just think that it's going to be hard to pull out of this without one.
You know, here's the thing about recessions. They come and they go. I'm more concerned with the rights that we're losing, you know, reproductive rights, like voting rights, like marital rights, like the right to just be different in society. I'm far more concerned about the rights that we're losing rather than the recession, because the recession is going to end at some point.
Do you remember Rob Reiner from All in the Family? He says that if we don't get the Democrats in, it's going to be the end of our democracy. That's what he said. I'm just quoting him.
Yeah, no, I think I heard him talk about that.
We have been fighting all along for our democracy.
That's what
we know what they're planning on doing. This is the reason to get out and vote.
And
We need to be talking about what Biden has accomplished. Y'all, the infrastructure bill, it's going to take some time, but it is going to kick off, and we're going to start rebuilding things in America.
oh Lord, we need
Okay?
to.
Did you see what the
Absolutely.
Republicans
The-
did to his student bill? His student,
Yes, they got it temporarily blocked right now.
yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
They're still taking the applications for people. They'll
Yeah.
go through this court
They're not
battle
going to
and
stop.
whatever.
Yep. Joe Biden's not going to
No.
stop on this one. He's going to keep
No,
going.
he's not going to stop. Nor should he.
Nor should he. If we don't start pushing for this, well, again, he's fighting for people down here that are on the lower end of the pay scale down here. And school debt is part of one of those things that really hacks a lot of people. Some people don't like it because, hey, I paid, you should pay. Well, at some point you have to move away from that. I've had the position forever, and I say it all the time. When we made high school the standard, that we public education through high school because it's needed. You need a high school education. Well, nowadays, it is said that you need a college education to compete in the workforce nowadays. Yep. And if that is the standard, then that is what we should provide to our children. Give them that college education. You don't have to go to Harvard or Yale. I'm talking community colleges here, supported by your tax dollars.
I do not understand. Do not understand the lack of compassion from the side that constantly reminds us that they're Christians. I got my leg amputated. I don't think everyone else should have to get amputated to know what's like.
Yeah.
No,
I don't.
Yeah.
Hey, this is not a necessary step.
No.
And let's examine the stuff behind it, the predatory loans that they were targeting college students with, making college mandatory. We were pushed so hard in high school to sell kids to go to college as the only choice.
Yeah.
I always thought that was insane.
And
military choice. You got a
Yep.
high school choice.
Exactly.
Back when the housing crisis hit with the last
right after
president,
yeah.
the one before Trump, was full of
W's.
predatory loans of people who were selling their house, just trying to refinance their house. And look what happened. And it
How many
took a
people just walked
Democrat
away
to
from
come
their
in
houses?
clean that shit up.
8 years of a Democrat fighting against a reticent Republican Congress, every step of the way.
But look at all that Biden has accomplished
Yeah, he
with
did.
only half the Senate helping. But he has accomplished a lot with bipartisan support.
And even without it, he passed the
And
infrastructure
even
bill with
without it.
barely any Republican support. And now they're all out there screaming about they want money.
And he passed that
Happy to
cap
take it.
on the insulin without it. So, we're doing things with them and we're doing things without them. Either way, Joe Biden has gotten more done than Trump even thought about doing. Okay?
Biden's got more done than any president in recent history. So, let's take his record and lay it up against anybody else's right now.
I ask you this.
What's that?
Where would Europe, if Trump were still president, where would Ukraine and Europe be right now?
That's a whole other discussion, because I'll tell you where
Terrifying.
Ukraine would already be part of Russia. The war would have already been over,
Exactly.
and Russia would have advanced all the way and taken the whole damn country. That's where it would
Almost
have
like
been.
that was what they were planning. Weird.
Yeah, how
Yeah,
that worked
it probably
out.
was.
So
And I don't trust that Trump as far as I could spit as to what he did with some of those documents that he had. He sold them. Let me send out a quick thank you to Maria Betancourt, who came in with a $5 donation. Maria, thank you very much. It said the GOP voted against Biden's the Inflation Prevention Act so they can turn around and blame Biden for inflation. I have said it over and over and over. Republicans will hurt this country as bad as they can so they can point at and say, see, look how terrible things are. You need to elect us. No, they're the ones working to make it so hard for America. Every step of the way. Maria, thank you very much, baby. I appreciate it. And that's what the Republican play card, I swear, for years and generations, is they will work while they're out of office. They will complain bitterly about how terrible the country's doing. Elect us, and we'll fix it. They go in and rob us blind, and then come out again saying, oh, look how terrible things are. Elect us, and we'll fix it. No. Every time they get in, we get robbed blind. The biggest benefactors of Trump's whole presidency were the upper 1%, those with massive amounts of money already. They just got wealthier, baby. We picked up a little gains down here at the bottom because we had to fight for them after we took over the House. And things are starting to look better for the working class down here. Wages are up. Unemployment is down. You know, if we could get past this inflation shit, which I argue with, I was talking to my son today earlier. You know, this thing that we were just talking about with oil and gas. Gas prices are up, and oil companies are making record fucking profits. Almost every other industry uses that as the reason for, oh, look, we got to go up on the prices because, look, gas went up, we got to go up. Price of eggs, price of everything, bacon, I don't give a shit, beans, whatever you're talking about, the price went up.
It is, and that's why y'all should go out there and look at Katie Porter's video that she had when
You're
she was
talking
in
about
the
the one
house.
on inflation, Bernadette, the one on inflation? That's
Yes,
a good video.
Yeah,
Everybody should watch that.
It's an excellent video. You need to go out there and find that video just recently.
I'm going to have to go see it.
She is explaining it is corporate profits, not the cost of doing business, and definitely not wages. It is profits that is driving this inflation.
That's it. You know, and the thing is, when we watch these prices go up, and we've seen this historically happen. You've seen it happen with gas over the years, with everything else. Price goes way to hell up, and then it backs off slowly, and it might back off a little bit where you go, oh, finally it's going down. But you know, if it goes from $4 whatever to $5 whatever, and then it comes back to $4.75, you think, oh Lord, thank goodness it's off.
It ain't going below $4.75.
No, it's going to stay there. Their profits are going to stay there. They are not going to back off the price of eggs that much, the price of milk, price of beans, price of anything. Everything went up, and it's going to stay up because that's the new economy. That's the new standard. And that's the danger of playing that game. But that's, to me, I swear, every time I look at it, it's fascism at work, baby. And I look at fascism as when corporations run the world, baby, when they run government.
That's right.
Yep.
That's
when they run the government. That's a fascist government.
And what more do you want to see? How much dark money is in government? Well, billions, baby. Who do we from? Where's it coming from? I don't know. Somebody.
Well, we'll never tell you.
That's a problem. That's a problem.
Yeah. So, well, you know what they say, deep state or something, whatever. What did Eisenhower call it? The triumvirate, the military, the industrial complex.
Military-industrial complex. Warned against that. And look at where we are. I have said that too, and I'm ex-military, I'm ex-government, and I still say that. Our defense budget is overblown. We spend, I don't know how many times more than anybody else in the world. And it is a system that I have seen over the years that is necessary, mind you. But it is one ripe for thievery, for overbilling, for every fucking thing. And that's where I get the standard line is nobody will fuck this country over faster than good old-fashioned U.S. American citizens, baby. If they get a fucking wormhole into the government, into the fucking pay system, baby, they're going to get it for everything they got. If they can't get it on the price of the fucking product, they'll get you on the price of the freaking shipping. It's sort of like Donnie jacking up the prices for the Secret Service because he can make more money. I don't know how many corporations and businesses I've seen across this country that service the U.S. government and do exactly that. Because every item has a 15-page description of what a hammer looks like. You know what I mean? We bury that shit. Anyway, that's my rant on what I told my boss one time, my division chief. How's it going, John? Well, it'd be better if you just, give me a wagon load of money every day. I'll go out to the dumpster, throw it away, and I could go home. My day would be complete, and I've accomplished the same thing. Anyway, Maria Betancourt came back with another $2. Thank you very much. It said minimum wage has been raised since 2009.
John?
Yes, sir.
John, are you familiar with the C. Wright Mills conspiracy?
The what?
C. Wright Mills, that's the name, conspiracy.
I'm not that familiar, no.
He wrote a book called The Power Elite, and he said that the United States is run by the wealthy, powerful, and influential people in business, government, and the military. The conspiracy is that in his 20s,
Can't argue with
he
that.
was just he died in his 20s, and the conspiracy is, did this power elite kill him? Nobody knows. Nobody knows why he died.
One of them mysteries.
One of those mysteries is going to go on since he died in 1963.
Wow. Foresight. Let me thank Michael Johnson, who came in with $2 and said, we still have to pay for PPP loans. Fuck Trump. Yeah, we're going to be paying for PPP loans.
And those that got those loans,
And we know where a lot of that money went.
They got those loans forgiven.
Some of us more than others.
And those very people that got loans forgiven are complaining about students getting $20,000 perhaps taken off their loans.
Yep. How dare they?
Fucking
That's a
kidding me?
giveaway. You're wasting my money, by God. I worked hard to steal that money.
Yeah, we deserve money. We're business.
Yeah, that PPP loans, I'll tell you what, if nothing has ever pointed out more in my personal fucking life, it's just that what I've talked about the last few minutes I've seen. Nobody will fuck this country over faster. And good old-fashioned Americans waving the flag out there, baby. Look at me, I'm proud American. No, you fuck your country over in the heart. Nah, fucking shit. Let's move on.
Did you see what Leon Panetta said about Trump?
What did Leon say?
He said that he compared him to Snowden in an article. He said that he should suffer the same fate as Snowden if he ever comes back to the United States. He said Trump should suffer the same fate. He's just as responsible for espionage and treason as Snowden is, and for handling mishandling of classified documents.
I think Trump is more guilty.
Oh, I think he is too.
Unfortunately, Trump hasn't left the United States yet.
No, but if he's convicted or if he may run. We never know. He's rich. He can run. But the thing about it is that
That's standard. If you're rich, you can run.
Yeah, but it is true. That's why they have bail, right? If they don't give you bail, they say you have enough money to run. We're not going to give you bail. Okay. Well, so what's going to happen to Trump? Are they going to put him in and not give him bail, or what? If they actually indict him,
he'll be just like Bannon. He'll stay out on appeal. Let me thank Sherry. Let me thank Sherry, who came in with a $2 donation. Thank you very much, Sherry. We appreciate every donation, baby. Thank you. Where was we? Right.
But Panetta was appointed by Trump. That's the main point of this whole thing.
Is Steve Bannon? Is that
Leon Panetta?
Oh, Leon Panetta.
Leon Panetta's been in government forever, long before Trump would.
He appointed him to what, CIA or whatever he was. He was a Trump guy who got appointed. I guess he didn't support him.
Oh no, they all supported him. And now that he's not in office, they can come out and say something or write a book.
Double standards.
Carolyn.
It's not double standards. It's bullshit.
We should be enjoying
They
our
were
lives
in the room with him and they did nothing.
Please be careful. I've seen the bruise on your leg. So let's just, living our lives, enjoying our lives to the fullest. Yeah, let's just be careful when we're walking. Personal note out to Carolyn, but Jessica. She fell down.
Who has the bruise, John? You or Carolyn?
Carolyn.
Oh, that's not good to hear. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Got a big old bruise on her leg. I love them couple. That's another couple as romance continues, baby. I love it. I love it. I love romance stories. Are you shitting me? Hell yes. Stephanie Dean and Jay Clayton out there just having, I swear, every time I imagine Jay, he's got a rose in his mouth. I don't know. Anyway, so what else is going on in the news? I'm asking. Anybody know?
Oh, did you hear about Herschel Walker?
Oh, pray tell, what about Herschel Walker?
If you go to 23andMe and you get one of their tests, you send it back in, they'll tell you Herschel was your father. They'll tell you Herschel was your father.
That's blinking. Somebody's... Sandman, are you in here?
Yes.
How are you doing, Sandman?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you just fine.
Well, I got a little situation down here in Louisiana that Mr. Kennedy done started that I'm pursuing right now. He's saying wrote the legislation to cut drug prices. He voted against
John Kerry saying that he wrote the
Can you hear me?
legislation to lower the drug
John
prices.
Kennedy.
John Kennedy.
John Kennedy.
I-
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
think
and he
so.
voted against
He
it.
voted against
And
it.
he voted against it.
Now, does that make any sense at all?
Look, I done called the news organizations. I'm hammering them. I said, why y'all running them ads? I said, y'all worried about these local politicians' corruption. Won't y'all worry about y'all Senate that's corrupt? That he went to Russia in
Oh,
2018 on the 4th of July. Y'all need to ask him them questions. Why not y'all ask him?
Pray
them
tell,
questions?
Sandman, you are not insinuating by any chance that somebody within the Republican Party would have un-American ties to anybody, are you?
No.
No, especially not on July 4th.
Oh,
that
yeah.
when he
That
was there.
Yeah, that was when Lindsey Graham and a bunch of them came back. They had a change of heart. They had an epiphany of how great Trump was. Yeah.
But you know
I
what,
remember
John?
that.
How can we let our news organizations and all that mislead us and put that crap on TV and not be censored for lying to the American public?
You know,
It's enough of this lying
Sandman,
shit.
it used to be. We used to control that.
yeah,
we no longer
we
control
don't
that.
we don't have that anymore. We don't have
When does
journalistic
that go away?
standards
Right.
anymore. Now
Yeah,
it's a
but
shit
there's-
show to make sure they sell the news every day.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
If one candidate was on TV, the other had equal time to respond. Remember that, John?
Yes.
When we
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
our-
that,
You know,
don't
that
have
went
that.
out
Yeah,
the
but you
window.
know what what they doing is they taking the local news and shoving it in your face locally, but they being fair here because they getting people for wrongdoing, but they're not working up the chain to get these other politicians.
Well, the change.
But most of them are Republicans anyway, so they
Yeah.
can't work up the change. They be eating
I
their
don't
own.
understand how Louisiana's so red. I really don't. You know, I'm from
called
South Louisiana. I'm from the New
gerrymandering.
Orleans. Yeah,
It's called gerrymandering, John.
you know, from what I see,
John,
Louisiana's pretty
listen.
liberal. But yeah, it's like Texas.
John.
Yes, sir.
I just moved into right up where I used to vote from.
Mm-hmm.
I moved down, and I was still voting in the same district. Well, I moved back up where I used to be. Well, I was in the 6th congressional district. Okay. Well, they redrew the maps this offspring, and they were supposed to have 2 minority districts. Well, they canceled one. The Court of Appeals canceled it, and I'm in a whole new district. I'm voting with Monroe and them, and I'm way down in South Louisiana, and I'm voting with Monroe. You remember the guy?
I
that
know where
died from
Monroe is.
COVID?
I know where you're at. That's quite a hell of a distance, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
That's the same way here in Texas.
I'm right next to East Baton Rouge Parish, and I'm voting in Monroe. Can you believe that?
That's sad. Yeah, I live down here on the Gulf Coast in Corpus. Half my district's up by Austin. And I say all the time, what the hell people up in Austin got anything to do with the Gulf Coast down there? It's a different life. You know,
It's the map. They killing us, John, with that.
They are.
With this gerrymandering.
They are.
They killing democracy with it. That's
Slowly
what
but
they're
surely.
doing. They're killing democracy.
That's how come it starts.
And let me ask y'all something. Y'all really believe? I don't believe these polls. Okay, I will not.
No, the polls
accept
change
these
on
polls.
a daily basis. They'll be
Because
talking.
We have a.
Let me get a couple of thank yous out there. Let me thank James Lee, who came in with a $5 donation and said he drove up to Durango, Colorado today. The orange anus lickers were lined up along 550 at a park. I go walking, and he said Bobart flags were out too. He said I yelled "fuck Trump" driving past them, and then driving into town and yelled "fuck Trump" at those coming on the other side. driving back. James, don't get yourself into trouble now, but I know how you feel. I was trying to talk some sense into several of them last night, but they weren't too cooperative. I think fuck you libtard was the only basic thing they could get out of their mouth. I kept challenging him, is there anything on this shirt that is not true? You know, just look at me. And I want to thank Stephanie Dean, who came in with $2 and said, no, he doesn't have a rose every time, but he does have a guitar, evidently. Ah-ha! There's Jay Clayton out there. Maybe he ain't got a rose in his mouth, but he's got a guitar. And he's... Wait a minute. Is he wearing more than just the guitar? Or is that just... I'm sorry, I was just wondering. Inquiring minds want to know, Stephanie. So... They're great, love. I love it because this romance was born during this family, and I'm just like watching it flow along. Anyway, he spoils her every time I turn around.
John.
Flowers, candy, what?
You know what I read in the YouTube chat?
What?
Tomorrow is
Somebody's
smart-ass
birthday.
Squaw's birthday.
Smart ass Squaw's gonna have a birthday tomorrow. Happy
birthday,
birthday
Martha.
to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you smart ass Squaw. Happy birthday to you. And many more. I love you, baby. Happy birthday. What's that? 26, 27? I think she said.
Yep.
I think it's 20.
Many more.
I think it's 29, but I'm trying to cut her some slack.
John,
Ah,
I got a top 10 list of the most dangerous states in the United States.
oh shit.
Published by the World Population Review. Guess where Texas is?
Oh hell. We got to be up there near the top somewhere.
Number 5.
Number
Sandman,
5.
guess where Louisiana is?
Where?
Number 2.
Who's number 1?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. A
Mississippi.
dangerous place to live. It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is indeed. I'm
And,
sorry to see Texas
Missouri's
on that
number
list.
7. Missouri's number 7.
It-
And what? I couldn't understand that. What was he saying?
That the worst crime-ridden places in the U.S. We're number 5. Texas number 5. Mississippi's number 1.
They
They
got
said
Louisiana's number
dangerous,
2.
Baton
and
Rouge.
dangerous doesn't necessarily
Rouge.
mean crime. It could be,
Baton
you know,
Rouge,
dangerous because of
Louisiana,
health care.
Hold on. Louisiana
Well,
and
they didn't
Mississippi.
say what the danger is.
Yeah, because none of those states, if I'm not mistaken, have, you know, access. None of the people in those states have access to Obamacare or anything else like that. You know, they wouldn't sign
We
on
do
to
in Missouri.
Medicaid. You
What
do
we
in
don't have
Missouri.
is, what is it? You know, what the government gives you, the
What?
funds that
We
the
do.
Republicans won't let them
Uh,
take.
We do.
Medicare, expanded
Medicaid.
Medicare. Expanded
Medicare, Medicaid, whatever it is, the Republican governors won't let you have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Medicaid portion of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is most of those states on that list did not sign
Don't
on
have
to
that.
get Medicaid, and
Do you know
that's
what the number-
what makes them dangerous.
You know what the number 1 state that takes aid from the government is?
Oh, please tell me.
Mississippi.
Go figure.
And
the redder the
Kentucky's not
state, the
too
more
far from there.
funds they get in federal funds. So if you want to look to see where the welfare states are, they're not blue, baby. Not blue.
They're red.
They're red. That's where most of your tax dollars go. Indeed, I did know that. It is sad because they scream They scream
Go ahead.
about.
I'm sorry. I was
No.
just laughing.
Yeah. It is. It is
The
pitiful.
sad part is if we threw them out of the union, we'd be a lot richer.
Well, that's the problem there. We can't throw anybody out of the union, or we wouldn't be a union anymore.
Well, that's
Yeah.
true.
Right now, that's a talking point on the right now. They don't. Well, we just leave.
I know.
Where the hell you going? Where are you going to claim is yours in this country? It
I
ain't
hate
going to
to say
happen. Huh?
I hate to say it, John, but Josh Hawley's from Missouri, and Josh Hawley and Lindsey Graham are calling for a civil war and uprisings if Trump's indicted.
Oh yeah, Lindsay, Lady
Yeah,
G,
I
Lady
think
G has just filed an emergency
Brief,
Yeah.
docket with the Supreme Court
Yep.
so that she won't have to go down and testify in Atlanta.
I think they already ruled and said no, we ain't taking this case. You got to testify.
I hope so.
That was
hope
the
so.
11th Circuit. That was this is just recently over the
So the
weekend.
Supreme
He
Court
filed
hadn't
with
ruled
the Supreme Court.
I apologize.
I don't
thought
believe
they
that
did.
they have.
I apologize. I thought.
Yeah,
that
the
they had.
11th district put a hold. I think or sent it to the Supreme. He sent it to the Supreme Court when 11th district said
No.
he had to, right?
The 11th District told him he had to go, and
And
so
the
he
Supreme
filed
Court,
with the
yeah.
Supreme Court.
Okay. Well, we'll see on Monday or Tuesday probably.
I hope
shouldn't
it's-
take long. It should.
His little laces get twisted.
I think he's going to have to testify. I don't think he can get out of it. He was
Well-
not. He was not acting as in his capacity as senator of the United States. He was trying to.
He was.
He was trying to get Georgia to overturn their election. That's not the
Right.
duty of a fucking senator. So
We have to get all of these guys convicted in state courts, indicted and convicted in state courts, so they can't be pardoned later by Republicans.
yeah, boy, how to shit.
That's what we have to do.
That just brought up a thought in my mind. I finished my book today, Maggie Hagerman's Confidence Man. Finished it up this morning, and yeah, boy, how to shit. A good read. Yeah, excellent book. I'd recommend it highly. Going into the end of the presidency, his right up to the time he wasn't going to leave. He didn't want to leave the fucking White House. They had to force his ass to leave the fucking. Are you shitting me, little scumbag? Anyway, I got done with that this morning, and then I hit the button and pre-ordered Bob Woodward's new book, The Trump Tapes, which is 20 hours of audio recordings between Bob Woodward and Donald Trump.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I pre-ordered that, and I pre-ordered Revenge, or I ordered Revenge. I don't know if I pre-ordered it or ordered it. I haven't checked.
Yeah.
Which is Michael Cohen.
And from what I understand on those Trump tapes, he actually admitted that he had classified documents in his
Ah.
possession.
I am. I'm looking forward to that. They've been hawking it out there just like any other book, but the one is, as a matter of fact, if you pre-order it, you go up there and look. It says The Trump Tapes, narrated by Donald J. Trump. That's it. Out of his mouth, baby. So whatever tapes are on there,
That's a good one.
he's not going to be able to argue very much about the context of what his statements are. We're all going to be able to hear them. But it's
The
20
man just
hours of
can't shut up.
recordings. So you can look at it as either 20 hours of knowledge or 20 hours of painful torture listening to his voice.
He's just full of hot air, John.
I'll probably
Last night it was 101 minutes.
101 minutes of
101 minutes of speech.
last night.
Last night.
Yeah, it went on. Yeah, and if you go and look at it, you could skip through the whole fucking thing because it's just a rehash of poor, pitiful me. But if you pay attention, if you go look at the last few minutes when they start playing that sad-ass music and he starts talking, as an American, I want to get up and slap the fuck out of him. I want to spit on him. I want to kick him in the fucking balls. Every fucking thing that's coming out of his disgusting, slimy fucking hole is a disgusting disgrace to this country and what this country stands for. Everybody that still supports that man, I consider to be about as anti-fucking American as you could possibly fucking get. No, you're not a patriot.
I agree.
You're a dumbass who
got the
fell
evidence
for a
now.
con man. And you're still listening to that bullshit. And it disturbs me. It bothers me that we have people in this country that still listen to that still sat there last night and listened to that dribble come out of his mouth, the disgusting same old bullshit that he's been talking about for 6 fucking years.
They're cult members, John,
They are.
and
They
we're
are.
never going to change their mind.
And he goes off on a tangent every 2 seconds. With every sentence that's written up on that teleprompter, he'll stop and go into some freaking bullshit story that doesn't mean crap. And doesn't even end half the sentences he starts. Because he'll interrupt that sentence with another tangent over here. It's just keep bait and switch, bait and switch. Just keep moving around. They won't know what the hell they're talking about. You're right. They don't
He
know
talks
what
about
he's
5
talking about.
different things in one sentence.
He
I've
will.
never
He'll
seen
bring
the guy
up 4 or
clearly
5
said.
things immediately in a row. and try to
Yeah.
relate them when none of them have anything to do with each other. It's just a never-ending shit show of words that came out of
Don't
his
let
mouth.
it get you upset. It is merely the drivel of an old man.
It is. S.C. Smith talking about dribble out of old man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. How's
You're
everybody
not that old, buddy.
doing? No, no,
How
no.
you-
Hell no. No.
Hello, David
No.
Robinson. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm
How's everything?
not. What's that?
What's going on in Tallahassee, brother?
Oh, nothing, man. Just enjoying the weather.
Got good
That's
weather?
about it. Yeah, it hasn't
Hey,
been bad.
Hey,
Yeah, it's cool. It's
Speaking
cool
of
in the
that-
morning, and
speaking
it's
of
not
that-
burning up.
did you see my video when I was at the Trump rally?
Yeah, I see it.
You
Yeah.
saw it?
Yeah.
Let me brag. Let me brag. Is that not a beautiful fucking sky behind me?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's the first thing I noticed when I went to go look at the video. Ah, look at that fucking beautiful sky. White clouds, skies of blue. My hattie. Somebody ought to use those
How
in
could
a
it be
song
that
or
over a
something.
Trump rally?
But the air wasn't that great, was it? The air
No,
quality
the air
was
smelled
shitty.
like shit where I was.
Damn.
I was lucky I didn't get my ass kicked, to tell you the truth. Because I
Well,
had on my all gave some gave all. One had Bone Spurs t-shirt, which is my favorite
Yeah.
go-to to piss Trumpers off. And
Well,
so,
you know, I know you said Travis or you didn't mention Travis by name, but you said my son would be too
yeah,
happy.
Travis was none too
Travis,
happy
I
with
need to
me
talk to
at
you
all.
sometime.
They were watching me. I have on my phone my little locator. If you're on Google Maps, if you turn that on to certain people, they can see where you're at. Well, the store is 5 miles from here. Had a 4-way stop sign, and Marcia said she was looking at the map. She said she had a feeling I was going to turn. She said, "Sure enough, shit, you turned." And so she watched me the whole time on Google Maps, so she knew that I was on the fairgrounds property. But she also knew that I left. So, when I left, she saw me on the map that I was leaving the area. So, evidently, I'm under my own power, and I'm still able to drive. So,
Let's hope so.
let me thank Mark Perkins, who came in with a $5 donation and said, "Hypocrisy from the Republicans, hypocrisy on the right, never to be seen by the dark of day, but only by the light of night." Indeed, baby.
Well,
Thank you, Mark.
That's good. I remember last night, and I watched the debate when it happened. But last night I was going back and going over that Marcus Flowers Marjorie Taylor Greene debate
Oh,
when he called her out on January 6th. Well, all of a sudden she's a victim. She was a victim.
yes.
Okay.
I saw
But
that.
wasn't all those people there for a peaceful protest? Wasn't she kneeling with the dude at CPAC with her little bullshit?
Excuse me.
Put on about prayer. Yeah, it's right there. I mean, yeah.
Mm.
Okay, how was you a victim if they were all, she's another one. You can tell she'll throw anybody under the bus.
She's an
Yeah,
abomination to the human race.
I'm telling you, I don't know what's up with Georgia's 14th district. If they can't stand up and throw out stupid.
Well, I think they probably will because and this is I guess money isn't politics, but apparently Flowers is outraged earning money, and then you also got to look that she didn't have no one running against her the first time she won.
Yeah, no, she ran unopposed last time.
And
So
I mean,
she
it's
won in a
different story.
landslide.
Yeah, and I remember Marcus Flowers because she actually did a little
Thank you,
couple of her
Bernadette.
videos where she and some of her chromies went up to his headquarters, his campaign headquarters, when he wasn't there, and they knew he wasn't there, putting on a show, and he tweeted that it's a shame he couldn't go to her campaign headquarters because he was too big to fit in a PO box.
Are you shitting me?
Ow.
Ah! Hello.
Yeah, so I mean. Yeah, so just goes to show, but that's what he's like. He called her out on. It's like since you coming to mine, I figured I try to go to yours, but since yours is a PO box, I think I'm a little
Can't
too
fit
big.
in there. Can't fit.
SC, did you see the exchange between Carrie Lake and that reporter from a local TV station? I guess it was the debate either yesterday or today.
No, I did not see that.
Haven't seen
Oh,
that.
you should find it. trying to remember where I saw it, but I think it was on rawstory.com. But basically, this reporter just gave her what for, and because she was leaving and wouldn't answer questions, she turned around and says, "I answered questions. I answered 4, 5, 6, 8 questions,
8, maybe 9.
and then." Yeah, maybe 9. And then she started to walk away, and he said something else. She says, "You're not my boss." Basically, she said, "You don't tell me what to do." What a fish!
Pitiful. Well, pitiful. We're resorting to that now, huh? Boy.
Oh yeah, it's resorting to that kind of crap. Just as she's leaving the debate.
Mm-mm. Oh, we are what? How many weeks away now? 3?
We are
2?
16 days out.
16 days out. 2 weeks away from the midterms. So early voting starts here on Monday. So I'm going to try to make my way out and do some early voting. I'm probably record myself for posterity reasons.
John,
Yes, sir.
could you tell everybody what you told me on the phone the other day about
Hey,
how
that's
many
secret.
listeners you have all over the world?
That's secret. That's highly
Oh, that's a
top
secret?
secret. Yeah, what did I say?
Okay,
Eddie?
then I won't
How
tell.
many
I won't
blue
say
dots
another
we
word.
have around the world?
Yeah, I was just going to say they're
Oh, we
listening
have
to you all around the
blue
world.
dots obviously in Australia. Aussie Dave comes here, but we have a lot of blue dots in Australia. We have them in
Yeah.
Japan, in the UK, in France, in Switzerland, in Sweden, what's the name? It's a little island down in the South Pacific somewhere.
Well,
Shit.
that's why they mentioned you today and said the Blue Dot family on that
Well,
program.
no, they didn't say blue dot family. What he
Well,
did
the
was
Blue
use
Dot
the
Democrat,
term
whatever.
blue dot Democrat. But
Yeah, but they're
for
recognizing
me,
you.
I have never heard any talking head on any news station say the words blue dot. I've heard them
Well,
say
we're gonna have
blue
to use that
dog.
now.
You know, they used to use the word blue dog Democrats.
And Yellow Dog was the Southern Democrat.
And now that's the first time I have heard the words blue dot Democrat come out of a talking
I
head's
like
mouth.
it.
I like it. I love it. Oh yeah, are you shitting me? That's what I want. That's what I really want. I want everybody in this family to smile a little bit about that, because again, and I stress this highly, it ain't me, baby. I can sit here and call myself a blue dot in Texas forever. It's this family. It's our voice. The number of times, every time one of y'all donate, and you even mention blue dot, it furthers that name along until now it's worked its way into the mouth of a Republican talking head. So
There you go.
yeah, it
Make
makes
them
me.
shake, John.
I'm telling you, baby, I think we are. And let me thank Smarty
Yeah.
Bob, who came in with a $20 donation and said, $10 for the channel and $10 for some Codger blend tobacco for our host. He does. Let me read that again. $10 for the channel and $10 for some Codger blend tobacco for our host. He deserves the best in his pipe. Thank you very much, Smarty Bob. I appreciate that tremendously. The people out in California are killing me, sending me photographs of big, tall, fucking. Ain't fair.
Who would do
Life
that?
ain't.
Who would do
Susan
that, John?
Jarrett said it. I sent it to my phone. Hey, John, look at this. Oh, yeah, shitting me. I wrote it back. You're killing me. You're killing me. Thanks. She said it's only 6. Really? You have 6 of them. They're 12 fucking foot tall. It's not fair. This is not fair. It's not fair. Elect Beto O'Rourke. Elect Beto O'Rourke
They
in
just
the
said you
state of
can have
Texas.
6.
He's already said, amongst so many things that he will make Texas better, he's already said he's going to legalize marijuana in Texas. So that's
You know what
another
he said
damn
today
good
in his
reason for
rally?
voting. Huh?
You know what he said today in his rally?
What?
He said not only would he legalize marijuana, but he would expunge the records of anybody who
There
had
you
a
go,
simple
baby.
possession
There you
charge.
go. That's progress.
So they
That's progress for Texas. That's
There
what
you
we
go.
need. And Maclavio Perez is the same way. He's for the legalization, and we need to get him. And like I said, this one today, if you're going to donate, just write something in there, blue dot from wherever you're from, and let him know that this blue dot family supports him. I've been hesitant because it's a small race. We're hoping like hell that he can take Michael Cloud, but it is a gerrymandered district. But what goes good for Maclavio is he is well known here. He is well known in all of South Texas. His face and his name is very familiar. So yeah, I got high hopes, man, that he could pull it out. But
That would be awesome.
it would be awesome. to get Michael Cloud kicked out of here. He's about the most worthless thing, I swear. I know who that is, and all I see is the word pumpkin tits go by. that's all I saw, that word go by. Lord, let that pop up there for a minute. I came across my thing before it popped up on the screen.
You got a couple of them.
Do I? Oh, there it is.
Yeah. You do.
Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong and secret squirrels, came in with $20 and said, I ask myself how safe Pumpkin Tits feels when he goes into these states where it is open carry. It will only take one pissed off Democrat to go off the deep end. I know it has crossed the minds of many. Oh, we don't wish him any, well, that won't happen. I don't think so. I'm just hoping for a nice big bolt of fucking lightning. And that's what makes you want to, hey, you want to turn John religious? You want to, there you go. Hey, I'm tapping my chest, and that reminds me, I had I talked to Robert Heron today. Robert Heron is the one that made the glass bead that is around my neck. Many of you know. It's on a little thing here, and it's a blue dot, and it has gold flake all up in there. It's what I consider our blue dot family. I treasure this. He noticed, he said, I still wear it all the time. I say, hell, I don't take it off. I sleep with it on. And it stays on me because this blue dot family means that much to me. Anyway, David is a glass blower. He says he's going to make about 20 of them. And so we're going to see what we can do with those. And in some fashion. Hand them out or something. Anyway, I had a wonderful talk with him today. And but he's busy. He's still out there. But he said he's going to do some more blue dots. So we'll see. Anyway, so what else haven't we covered today? Anything else happened in the news that we ain't talked about? Let me search over here. Look at there.
Mary Trump called her uncle a mass murderer.
Mary Trump called Donald Trump a mass murderer?
Yes, an article on rawstory.com.
Raw story. In what context did she use that in?
I'd have to go back and look it up, but I think she was using it in terms of the people that were killed probably. There was another article that came out today about China and about how many people, our operatives, maybe even Chinese citizens who are cooperating with our foreign operatives that have been identified and killed in China lately. And they were calling that the mass murder of Trump.
I'm unfamiliar with that story.
Well, that's a story I ran into today. I've been reading all day long. I apologize.
Oh,
but anyway, they called him a mass murderer because all the people who that type of classification, you called it, where it's the personnel classification that tells where our CIA operatives are around the world and it identifies them by name. I guess a lot of them in China the Chinese government went after them and got them now in the last month or so.
There ain't no telling. Right now, I think we're pretty concerned over the documents he has right now. The ones they recently found that we've come to find out involved Iran's missile system, missile capabilities.
Saudi Arabia was that one.
China's
and China
weapon systems. We already knew that there were documents concerning a certain country's nuclear capabilities, which I think we're talking about Iran.
How much money did the Saudis give his son-in-law?
$2 billion.
$2 billion.
$2 billion for the Iran missile documents, I'm sure.
I lost my mind. Lost my mind. Yeah.
Sherry P says that Mary Trump has also offered her DNA for the E.G. Carroll trial.
Oh, well, that would be helpful. A little DNA evidence would be kind of. He hasn't been having a good time, man. Donnie's had a terrible fucking week. Just pitiful. And they're about to start the investigation into the.
He put all those judges on the bench, and he's having a hard time in the courts.
Well, except for one, Judge Cannon down there in Florida. She's on his team. That's the only one that I've seen that has backed him up. And why would any judge want to? They're a judge. They're going to remain a judge long after Donnie Boy's shit is long gone. So why ruin your career
She
based
didn't
on
have a
his
legal leg
bullshit?
to stand on.
Now, none of
Nothing
his
she did
cases
was
hardly.
legal.
You know, now she's being challenged for the whole damn decision on allowing a special master in the first place. That just put up a ball of wax that was unnecessary, and that was
Yep.
the intent of it, to slow it down. But you know, that's been Trump's forte his whole life. It
But look
is
at it,
dodge
it's
and
like-
delay, baby, dodge and delay.
And he's using other people to do his dirty work, and she may get in trouble now over it, but there she'll go down and he won't. That's how he does it.
Well, we're gonna test that theory out. I don't know. After the midterms here, I think things are going to start moving more. We have a very limited amount of time as far as the January 6th commission is going, because the possibility that if the Republicans do take the midterms in Congress, maybe the commission is gone, the committee's gone. It's not going to. So they're going to have to get their work done and forward anything that they want to send to DOJ. They need to get that shit done and provide it to the American people in a concise way that we all understand the ending of this shit. I think the attorneys down in Fulton County, Georgia, I think right after the midterms are going to move forward, if not before.
Fannie Willis.
Yes,
Fannie Willis.
Fannie Willis is going to step forward, and I think we're going to see an indictment out of there. As a matter of fact, they say that might be the first one. Go ahead, FC.
But I actually think that Garland's will drop the hammer as soon as the midterms are over.
I think so.
Get the election out the way, and I think he's going to do it. 'Cause didn't there was a few months back he had put out a letter or something, and he mentioned the midterms, and a whole bunch of people got all upset about saying he wasn't going to do shit, blah blah blah. Well, I mean. So maybe he's just waiting to get the midterms out the way.
Merrick Garland's doing it the right way. You don't want to, because we saw what happened when Comey came strutting his ass out there talking about Hillary Clinton's emails 8 days before.
Did you see the interview?
Election.
Did you see Merrick Garland's interview?
When did he? Which one? I haven't not seen
It was a couple of days ago where they asked him about the J6 committee and how his DOJ is interacting with their committee to exchange information, and he said that there were some things that his department knew that he could give to the J6. He said there's some things that J6 had brought to light that they didn't know.
Yeah,
that he didn't know.
There's a lot of information the J6 committee has come out with that DOJ was unaware of until they found. I'm sure the other way around. What I want to see, what I would like to see, is I don't want to wait for a recommendation of an indictment from the J6 committee. I would rather see the Department of Justice come out with an intern, organic of itself, with charges against him, because the evidence is there. How much more do you want the American people to see? We all are out here saying if it was anybody else, they'd already be charged. The only reason he hasn't is because it's Trump. It's him. It's his politics. It's his shit. Well, we can't let that be the definitive factor on whether or not we hold people accountable for their crimes. You do the crime, you do the time. Isn't that what they always say? It's what they say to us down here. Hell, they made a fucking TV show about it. Do the crime, do the time, baby. Well, guess what? We've all seen his crimes. We all know what his crimes are. We're all witness to half of them. So what does it say if we don't do anything? I think it speaks volumes more if we don't than if we do.
That is the test of our time, John.
Huh?
That's the test of our time.
Yes.
Will the rule of law hold?
Will it hold?
All law is the will of the people willing to back that law and make sure it's enforced. That's all it is. And so, is it going to be exposed that there's always been a two-tiered justice system, maybe even more? Or is it going to hold, and then we'll see justice for everyone like we're supposed to? I don't know.
Yeah. No apologies needed, Diana. Don't.
As long as there's the two injustice systems going on, this is what we have to work with, and we see it play out every day. Look at Steve Bannon.
I love my T-shirt. I wish I could remember every name. That I've got over 300 T-shirts that this Blue Dot family has sent to me. Some of them really are the ones that stick out to me. My all gave some is one. The other one, another one is when injustice when injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. That's what it says. When injustice becomes law, resistance becomes duty. And we cannot let this chip away at our legal system. This is going to just hold the test of our legal system. But is it powerful enough to stand over the President of the United States? Is he above the law or not? I say not. I think most of us say not. He is not above the law.
If it doesn't,
so
if it doesn't convict him, it's broken. It's in trouble.
Indeed, there is trouble. Let me thank Diana Mallory. Oh, thank you, darling. Please be careful. Came in with another $20 and said, "Don't get me wrong. I wish death on no one." Okay. My point was, how long before the people have had enough with the way the courts have been stacked and take matters into their own hands, vote blue in 22, and lock him up? Baby, that's what we're all afraid of. Yes, here. That's what we're all afraid of.
Hey,
that if
hey,
the
John.
courts don't do it, then what's going to be the outcome of that? Yes, dear.
While you're at it, just hit the credits button.
Oh, I could do that.
That'll make
Well, let's do
BW
one more pass on Maclavio Perez Jr., Congressman, 27th District, my district here in Texas. Please, if you could, drop him a couple of bucks and let him know you're in the Blue Dot family. The other one is my man Beto O'Rourke. We're trying to turn this state blue, and we're working hard. We got 2 weeks to do it in. It's coming down to the wire. So, yeah, if you got a few bucks, you could jump in there. We'd really appreciate it. And, yes, I have credits. There you go. And we're smoothing right along, baby. I'm telling you, it's been a good day, and I needed that. If ever there was a time I needed to hear the word Blue Dot Democrats come out of the TV, it was this morning. I needed that. And
I'm going to change my Twitter profile. I'm now a Blue Dot Democrat.
Ah, there you go. There you go. Blue Dot Democrat, baby. I am. And I don't think that name was in the national discourse until y'all made it that way. So every one of you in this Blue Dot family, I can't stress it enough. Be proud, baby. Our numbers are growing. I'm not that big on you know, we get thousands of views every day, but you know, it's not like millions. But it's not my show. It's that thought. Blue Dot, just a tiny, all of us, every Democrat in this state, in this country, are nothing but blue dots, baby. It's only when we come together that we form the big picture. And that's what we have to do.
And I shared a little video in the main discussion yesterday. It's these people, I guess they're calling themselves Rockers for Beto. But they made a little song for Beto and made a little video. It's pretty cool. They're sitting there singing it. I only listened to it once. Can't remember how the words and all that go. But you got Beto up there skateboarding through the Whataburger parking lot.
Yes.
And out just doing Beto shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's pretty. But I think Willie Nelson shared it, and then it comes through from Willie. But I posted it yesterday in the main discussion.
Thank you.
So
thank you. Yeah, I've seen the shot of him.
Go back and listen to it.
I've seen the shot of him skateboarding through the Whataburger parking lot.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good shot.
That was back when he was running against Cruz.
Yeah,
so, that's been a while back.
It's been a while. He's been, you know, that man has never stopped. He keeps hitting the road all
the time.
He's
constantly.
Always.
And that's pretty much what it is they're singing their little song and they're showing clips of Beto just doing Beto shit, you know?
That's it.
Riding a skateboard, jogging, playing with the dogs, you know? So, but it's pretty cool video.
I like it. I'm really pumped up for Beto O'Rourke. Every time I see him speak, every time he speaks to a crowd, and I again remind you, he's not just talking to Democrats. He's talking to Republicans when he's out there. He's not afraid to confront them and talk on anything they wish to talk about. And he's been confronted over the Second Amendment I don't know how many times because they love to hit him with that.
Yep.
But I'm proud of him.
Run, Beto, run.
Run, Beto, run, indeed. Let me see, Michael Johnson, are you in the room?
Yes, I am, sir.
I'm going to jump in here right before we run out the door. How you doing?
Well, the one thing I've been donating to Beto for I don't know 6 months, but
Yes,
one
sir.
thing I seen on Packman's show, I think it was
David
that
Packman?
they
Yeah.
have DNA on Trump for that lady in the
In the rape case.
in the store, the rape case, and she's willing to give her DNA.
Excuse me, you guys. Her name is E.G. Carroll.
E.G. Carroll.
E.G. Carroll.
Yeah, it's the Carroll
Okay.
case.
And it was
Yes.
Mary Trump who gave the DNA.
Yes.
And E.G. Carroll has been fighting this since before Donnie became president.
Yes.
So everything was put on hold while his presidency has gone through, and now it's time to pay the piper, baby. It's time to go into court. He's getting
And
hit with a
everything
lot
that
of
they
shit here
have.
lately.
I mean, if it doesn't wake some of these women up to vote blue, I don't know what the hell we're doing
I
here.
think the Supreme Court woke up a lot of women in this country, and I think we're going to see. I don't think the polls reflect what we're going to see in the elections. As a matter of fact, Donnie's out there telling them last night, don't go vote, don't vote by mail, don't early vote, wait till election day and go vote. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them all day long. I don't do mail, don't do early voting, you wait until election day. When you get up with a hangover and oh shit, you just don't feel well, fuck it, them other people to do it. Whatever. I don't care.
I
That's
haven't
what he's
seen
out there
so many
cranking.
women running in the state of Missouri ever. There's more women candidates than I've ever seen.
This is going to be a landmark election. This election of 22 is going to stand out in our history books as a turning point, one way or the other, baby. Either this country is going to stand up and continue to take itself back from the right-wing nutjob society that is trying desperately to take it over, or we are going to slide into fascism in the future, baby. So I'm all for that democracy
Can I
thing.
quote someone?
Yeah.
Sure.
I would like to quote our own Blue Dot, Bill Joyce, who goes out there and fights for this country
Every
every
day.
single day.
And has just about his whole life.
Take somebody
In
with
one
you.
form or another.
America is on the ballot.
We are.
That's right.
Democracy itself is on the ballot. We either give a shit about it or we don't. I prefer to think we do. And it's only by our voice that democracy works. So it is this we can't stress enough just how important this election is. And who'd go figure a midterm was going to be the big deciding factor in history, but it is. It's this election and how we deal with the aftermath of it that is going to determine who this country is. And I'm betting on a democratic republic moving forward, baby.
We all have
I
something
hope
to
so,
lose
man. We
in this
gotta do
election.
it.
We have.
We all have something to lose.
Let me thank.
Can I clarify something
Sure, go ahead.
that I said earlier?
Sure.
It was on the Mary Trump show, and she is calling Trump a mass murderer over what happened on January 6th.
He's a psychopath in my book. A
It's not just
narcissistic-
January 6th.
Yeah, it's a
His
lot
whole
more than that.
handling of
COVID.
the COVID response makes him
Yeah.
a
That
mass
too.
murderer.
He's a mass murderer 3, 4, 5 times over.
He should have never been there. Let me thank Ed Beatty Jr., who just came in with $2 and said, I'll join you all on Tuesday to vent about Trump. Well, come by. Get on Discord. Come join the conversation. That goes for anybody out there listening. You can come in on Blue Dot Live on Discord. Come in here and join the conversation anytime you want. We'd love to have you. Anyway, I guess we'll wrap it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody for coming by and joining us tonight. I want to thank everybody in our Patreon family and those who donated a la carte tonight. Thank you so much. It is what keeps our voice on the air, and we appreciate it tremendously. Oh, Lord. Again, I can't tell you how proud I am. It's going to be a few days before I get this Blue Dot Democrat out of my head. It's us, baby. It is us, and it just made me feel good, and I want you to feel good. It is our dog determination to fight for this democracy that we make it into the vernacular. So I just love y'all so much, and be proud of it, because y'all should. I know it wasn't much, but Michael, thank you for coming into the room, brother. Jump in earlier next time. We'll have the conversation.
He's muted, John.
I see
He's
that.
muted.
And anyway, DJ, thank you for coming by, brother. We always appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it. And there's a couple things I want to say real quick, and that is my chest is actually sticking out farther than my belly over this blue dot Democrat thing.
There you go. There you go. You're losing weight.
And I wanted
getting fit again.
It's great, man. I'm so happy. I can't believe it.
All right,
and the other thing is, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
That's it. I'm just sitting here smiling. Go ahead.
Yeah, the other thing is that a friend of mine in Oakville, Missouri, which is near Kansas City, which is as red as it gets.
All right.
She's a first-time listener to this, and I don't normally say hello to people, but I wanted to come back and get here and listen in the audience. It's Mary Kirsch Roberts. I love you, baby.
Mary Kirsch Roberts, thank you for coming by and joining us, baby. We appreciate it. Welcome to the family. It grows every day, baby. There's a bunch of wonderful people in here. Well, except that guy.
It is.
But we let him in here anyway. That's okay. Anyway. DJ, thank you. And let's see.
Thank you, sir.
SC, brother, always a pleasure when you come by.
Yeah, I was a little late tonight.
Yeah, you was. I wasn't going to point it out, but yeah, you were.
I was actually listening to the first part of the show, and then I had to go do something, and then I got back to the house, and so as soon as I got back to the house, I jumped in here. Yeah, I jumped. You're still here, so I jumped in. And I knew you were fixing to be rolling the credits soon.
We were waiting
it was like
for you.
8 o'clock.
That's why.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
I was going to stall until you got here.
You left the light on for me.
Yeah, I left the light on.
Yeah.
Tom Bodette. All right, SC, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, anytime. Thank you.
And David, appreciate it, brother. You coming by?
Always a pleasure.
Always. And life is still humming along? Kind of sideways, at least?
You know, we're entering my season, the fall, and that always makes me happy.
There you go.
I'm hopeful and optimistic. I'm going to stay that way until I have to ramp it up to fight the next fight.
That's what we do,
Good
brother.
attitude. Good attitude.
David, thank you, brother, for coming by. We love you.
Thank
And,
you
of
guys.
course, Bernadette. Thank you, baby. And thank
Blue
you for
dot hugs
posting.
to everybody. Get out there and vote. You see the 2 for Blue links that I keep putting up? Throw $2 at somebody.
Throw
Help them get
somebody
in
at
the
somebody.
office.
You're act
Absolutely.
like you're at a stripper joint, man. Just throw them $2 bills out there, and help
Take
them
a
out
20
as
and
much as you
spread it
can.
around
Spread
to
it
10
around,
people,
baby.
and act like it's raining.
Yeah, it's raining, baby. We're gonna make this fight happen, baby. Anyway, stay tuned. I'm sure this is just Sunday, baby. Ain't no telling what we're gonna hear this week. As the
16
world
days,
turns,
you
baby.
guys. 16
Really,
days.
16 days. Let's make it count.
Yep.
I love y'all. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the people on YouTube and Blue Dot family on Facebook. Thank you so much for being a part of this. That conversation that goes on every time we're in here is what makes this family. I love y'all. Y'all say goodnight.
Good
Good night,
night.
everybody.
Good night, everybody. Try to put a smile on your face. Hey, make somebody else smile. Make them wonder what the hell you're up to. We'll talk to y'all later.